stream, I brought this boy home with me to prime it. And then I forgot the primer.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to edit and touch up the Spinatia, which I've been talking about for a while, because now we have white and black paint. So
that we didn't have last time.
Yeah, a little bit of the vision that I had that I wanted to do, I can start to do now. So I'm going to touch this up while Smiley actually starts priming.
Put me in, coach. Okay, what is your setup here? What have you got going on?
It's my setup. I like the way
There's a blanket coming into your space.
You do your thing when you build, and you like it
at least let me
organized.
put it straight and let me zoom out a little.
And I like
Even
having
this,
my setup, okay?
We're very different
What?
when it comes to
what
being
about
sisters.
this?
Why does this not
does this
sit
bother
properly?
Yeah,
You need some red wine.
This is my setup.
Yeah, why is
Do you
she
like
so
how
messy?
this is crooked?
Like,
it's great.
when I stream, everything has to be in the correct spot. I have a system.
In my brain
This is
and in
just a
my
mess.
heart, this gives me peace.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm happy for you.
So let me do what I need to do.
Alright, give me work. I have paintbrush. I need primer.
Hold on, I gotta crack my back.
The process, guys. This is...
Yeah. Step one.
Okay, I gotta roll up my sleeves. You said you want to touch her up now that you have more colors, but you haven't told us what that looks like.
Well, remember how my original theme for her was space?
Yes.
I wanted to add constellations to her. But I didn't want to just do that with silver.
So you wanted more colors?
I wanted black and white to create contrast, essentially. Okay. So now that I have it, I can do just that.
Oh, you're getting a countdown on the camera. Oh god, did I just put primer on my lips?
No.
Okay, I started priming and then touched this to my lips for... Do you guys ever do that? Do you touch your face on occasion when you're like thinking or
do I touch
spacing
my
out?
face? I have in the past.
It's a genuine question.
Yeah.
In the past, I've been known to touch my face once or twice.
Yeah.
So if I don't prime for you overly often. It kind of goes like that. Is that fine, or do you need me to like prime it again so it's more of a solid color?
If you can make at least like the direction all the same, yeah, that's fine. I didn't mean that to be like a read.
A read?
I didn't mean for that to be a read.
Okay, I will...
Look at him, he's undoing it.
That's very talented, honey.
Wow.
Cotton has found the... where you tighten the lamp if it goes up or down. If you undo that, the light's gonna fall on your head.
Animals don't understand consequences.
No, they don't.
You're preaching to the choir right now.
I'm trying to be helpful.
I don't think that's the saying that I meant to say. But I said it anyway.
You're just taking her apart?
The armor pieces.
Okay.
Some of the pieces that I've...
Priming this whole thing is gonna take forever. These are one of the days where I would have been...
It'd be easier for you to like just dunk it in paint.
I think the little cat touched Big Cat's tail and freaked him the heck out.
Yeah, he did.
Chicken says multiple layers. Okay. Multiple layers we will do. I'm gonna use up so much of this. Oh god, hold on. Precision painting. I'm guessing you don't want me to touch the black?
No, you're gonna.
I paint the black too?
Yeah, because the bottoms of his shoes are
red. He's got Sonic shoes.
He's got Sonic shoes.
Alright, so I can genuinely paint everything with no consequence.
Yeah, average. Just dunk it.
Can I have one of these alligator clips?
Yeah.
I just clippy clip.
Dunkaroo, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't...
Dunkaroos.
Really? Did you like Dunkaroos growing up?
Yeah, of course. It's just cookies.
They were a little too sugary for me.
I actually, more often than not, just ate the cookies and would leave most of the icing. Because I liked the cookies. The cookie was good. Or I would dip it, but very slightly.
A little bit dip?
Just a little dip.
So why would you get Dunkaroos then? The whole point is that you get Dunkies and icing. That you get cookies and icing. One
sometimes
goes with the other.
We don't always get to say what we get in our lunch.
True.
You
Our
know?
cats are wrestling on the floor. Boys!
Oi!
Oh, you made a run for the door and he got TKO'd.
Whoa.
Hey, hey, hey. Yeah.
Oh, there they go. Okay.
Oh. I would dunk it if we had like a cup to duck this in. I'm losing brain cells.
Yeah, me too.
The paint fumes. Blame
Yeah.
the paint fumes. I
Blame
hope this
the fumes.
alligator clip holds and I don't accidentally drop a paint-filled shoe somewhere.
We'll do it over the table.
That's too reasonable.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now.
I like stuff like this. This takes... If I don't have to color inside the lines, bro, I'll prime whatever you need. This is something even I can do. Would you be posting this on Instagram when you folks are done with it? So we posted the build today because we like to see what it looks like before and after. And then we'll be posting another photo once he's completed. We really gotta step up our photo game.
Yeah.
We just kind of started putting stuff out without really much thought. Well, I guess not thought. The thought was post picture online, request feedback.
I swear.
What?
You did get black and white. So we have 2 of each.
I thought I just bought you a panel lining marker. I didn't know I bought white and black too. Did I buy 2 markers? How many markers
No, you just bought
you got?
1 marker.
Oops.
I guess I haven't painted in so long that I just didn't know
Forget what we had?
And yeah.
Photo game. I would love to have photo game. What camera? Well, we don't even use that camera for photos. We just use that for streaming. For photos, we've been using Peanut's phone. Because my phone be old.
I mean, we could use this, but it's not like we have an amazing setup.
We don't
or
have a
anything,
professional
so
setup,
what's the
yeah.
point? Yeah, it would just be goofy.
That's true. So, generally, and there's like photo boxes you can get too. Put them in like a little photo box. That would be fancy. It's all about the backdrop and the light. We have this little ring light, and I think the power that it requires to turn on is higher than the USB to wall outlet converter I have, because if I change the light setting, it starts like flashing. It's very disorienting. It would definitely be an epilepsy warning. But we have that. We don't have like a nice backdrop. We use the boxes for some of the backdrops, but then the photo looks a little busy. A little busy bee. So, something that we'd like to improve upon. Maybe a photo box is something that we can look to get after I've got some scribing tools, because I need some of those too. Yeah. You'll need to paint the lids of your colors for ease of use. That's a smart idea.
That's a good idea.
I can't believe we have duplicate colors.
That's funny.
So I did my job as the older sister and bought you the paints you requested, and then we went shopping and you bought them again.
Yes.
Is essentially what happened.
That is exactly what happened. Not essentially. That is literally what happened. Entirely.
Is anyone else out there left-handed?
No, nobody else.
Just me. I am special.
The only one. I took her armor off, but then I realized I need to visualize what I even want to do.
What the heck you're doing with it?
So...
Yeah, put all that back on?
Yeah.
You undressed her. SMH. Dorks. We are dorks, chicken. We're doing our best. We're still learning. How long have we been...
I want to do constellations.
Yeah.
With white.
Yeah. Do you think white's gonna go over top of silver, or are you gonna do different spots?
Well, if I do it over the silver, I'm gonna put some faint black. So then it stands out a bit more.
wonder how well the color is going to go over top of all this primer. I think this kit is going to look hilarious when you're done painting it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm super hyped. I will enjoy it. I'll be really happy with it. I think it's a fun theme.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Alright, shoe painted. Into the little holder you go. Let me do the next shoesies. Oh god, where's the other one? It's still on his foot. I never used photo boxes. Usually my kits are big. We've only built SGs. Oh my god. SDs, HGs, 30-minute missions, and Pokepla. We haven't built anything higher yet. We're still babies. We're still very new. We started building and painting in the summertime of this year. So we're probably coming up on 6 months, if you think about it. Because we started in what, August?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're on 5 months. Dang, and we've built 6 kits in 5 months? I don't know if you count the Pokepla.
Yeah.
Damn, look at us go. Just get a large box with 3 sides cut off and add a liner of white or black. Grab a few lamps and then use your good camera to go crazy.
I wasn't listening.
Chicken's giving us photo box advice. Use this one when you're looking. There you go. Wow. I mean, that works. It's essentially the same thing, right? If you just use a regular box.
What?
Oh yeah, because you weren't listening.
No, I wasn't listening.
For a photo box, instead of buying one, you could use a big box and then cut off the sides and put a liner in the back. And then use it like a photo box. I'd love one of those spinning stands too. I think they look so cool. But would also require like stands for the Gundam and then the spinny stand.
Yeah.
Unless they're heavy-footed enough that they sit okay. Yeah. Every time I prime for you, I remember why I prefer building.
And anytime I build for you, I remember why I prefer painting.
It's good that it works out that way, though. That we each prefer our own thing. Very handy. I wonder which ones... Oh, Mom won't be painting. Because we took our mom Gundam shopping, and we said, Mom, pick out a kit. You're gonna build this.
Yeah.
So she went for an entry grade. Reasonable. Smart move, mother.
Yeah. I mean, we did suggest that, but she did pick a different one than I was expecting.
I thought
her to
she was
pick.
gonna pick the Granddaddy.
Yeah.
And she picked the Freedom. Oh no, she picked the new? I don't remember. I think she picked a new. But it'll be fun to watch her do it. And we haven't showed you guys what kits she picked out for us to build yet. It's nice that she's showing an interest of what we do, trying to figure out what it is.
Oh yeah.
So that's sweet of her.
I know not everyone can say the same or have their, like, what am I trying to say? Yeah, it's really cool that a parent of ours shows interest and supports it.
Supports our hobbies.
Yeah. Because not everyone gets that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, growing up playing video games, we were always told to go outside. Go outside, go do something. And then I made a career out of it, and they were like, you know what, that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Still weren't overly sold until I started making money, and then they were like, ah, interesting. But then I left that industry and went to tech, because tech just pays better.
Yeah.
Sent a YouTube link to paint it on Discord for super cheap photo box. Thank you, Chicken.
Thanks, Chicken.
Thank you.
I will have you know I haven't eaten any more of your people or your chickens. Because I've been surviving off of Campbell's chicken soup lately because of being sick.
But chicken is chicken.
Yeah.
Did I pick up the wrong one? I did. This is white. May I please have more primer? Please, may I have some more? Yeah. Thank you.
Over here.
How long is the cooldown on cat treats? Because I've been trying to redeem it since you started the stream. I think purple beat you to it. Purple redeemed a cat. Oh. What? Alright, let me put everything down. Chicken redeemed a cat treat.
I'm pretty sure it's only like
I think it's a 10-minute cooldown, yeah. Let me put all these. Oh, Big Man left. Oh yeah, because he was chased out by Loki. But Loki's still here. Sitting very politely.
Little troublemaker.
Hey. I had to reopen the stream. Oh no, chicken.
Yep.
Hey, little man. Treat for you. Oh, he's squeaking.
He's chirping.
It's from Chicken. It's from Chimkin. Chuck's 19.
Chimkin.
Chicken got your treat. Oh, if I hold you like that, they can't see you. So let me. Oh. You need to be seen by the people.
Aww. Look at that toe hair.
You got long toe
I
hair.
swear, it gets longer and longer every time I see you.
This is for you. Hey, thank you, Chicken. Oh, that was a good crunch. Ow, ow. He's genuinely trying to bite my fingers off. You can lick them, but...
Oh, Big Boy's back.
Oh, did he know there were treatsies?
He heard the treat bag.
He heard the big crunch. Thank you. Just giving me lixies. I hear you, big man. Hey. Alright, little lad. I gotta put you down. Hey, boy. Be free. Come here, big man. Come here. Come on, come get it, you lazy bugger. Oh. Alright, he's a little bit bigger, so I gotta hold him a little bit higher. What's that foot doing?
Do you need help?
You wanna give him a little treaty?
Hi! Who gave?
From Chicken.
Chimki? Hey, hey. Oh, he demands it. Big crunch.
Watch out for the paints, little lad. Watch out for the paints, watch out for the paints. Oh god.
You're the cat wrangler today.
I have too many cats. Hey. Yeah, that's right. Back it up, sir.
I have a cat treat on my fingers.
You too, young lad. Alright. Let me move this beverage over here, too. He's cute. They're cutie patooties. Little Loki's the little black one. Cotton's big fuzzy fuzz. I have cat hair all over my face now. Don't fight. Don't eat cords either.
No fighting. Shakira, Shakira.
Is that how that song goes?
Yeah.
Kitties. Be good. Please. Oh yeah, I needed more paint. You got to feed both of them chicken because they both came to say hi.
You lucky ducky.
Lucky duck. I need more primer. Beep. Constellations. Cool. What do you need the black for if you're using the white for the...
I'll probably... Well, I don't know yet. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to say for certain in case it doesn't work. You know?
So you're holding it secret until you know if it works or not?
Yeah.
Like a smart move. Kitty, don't eat cords, please, honey. Normally they don't harass us this much.
No, what's the deal?
Normally they're good boys. Normally Cotton sleeps through a lot of it too.
Mm-hmm.
So spicy. Buddy. He's looking like he wants to walk in front of the webcam.
You know.
I don't have any treatsies for you. You gotta wait at least 10 minutes and then for a generous soul to give you treatsies.
No.
He's just gonna make his way through. Excuse me, everybody.
You want to on your blanket?
Watch out for the paint, please.
Nope. Okay. Hey.
He's just snooping. Hydrate.
Are you going for any specific constellations? Yes. For some of them, I wanted to do Taurus and I wanted to do Aquarius.
I wonder why those two. What makes them special?
I don't know. They just jumped to my head for some reason.
Can you guess which one of us?
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
That's a funny question.
Does anyone know their astrology? If you do, or if you just look it up, guess who the Aquarius and guess who the Taurus is?
Yeah.
I'd be interested.
I would be interested to see what you're... I don't really know much about astrology.
I do.
I know that there are maybe 12 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know which one I am. I know which one you are.
And that's about it.
And there's some generalizations that come with the signs.
Yes.
And that is my knowledge.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who I'm supposed to be compatible with.
Usually it's,
Peanut is Aquarius. Why would you say that? What makes you think, what's
I'm Pisces. Chimkin.
Chimkin is Pisces.
Are you a big old crybaby?
Oh, Cotton, isn't Cotton the Pisces?
No, Pisces is March.
Oh. So our mom would be a Pisces.
Yes. Cotton is what? August? July?
July.
Pretty sure.
You always tell me he's a mama's boy.
He's a Cancer. He's the crab.
Crabby boy.
Mm.
I think Loki's a Taurus like me. It's me! Hello! Welcome! How are you doing? We are... Well, I'm priming some stuff for Peanut, because Peanut forgot to take the prime home. So I'm just, with no flair or anything, I'm just painting Shoesies white. Pisces is the 69 sign.
Yes, it is.
I like how we're like, what's your knowledge of the zodiac? And Chicken hits us with the 69.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, your second Shoesies. Oh, just kidding, I missed a spot. Now your second Shoesies has been primed.
Nice.
So yeah, 2 whole shoes you can paint.
What? 2 of them?
2?
What the?
I gotta figure out what I want to prime next. Gotta pick a new one. So was I right? You are correct. I am the Taurus. And Peanut is the Aquarius. Some may say I am stubborn. I say I just know what's best. So what is Aquarius supposed to be? Because that's your zodiac. Is it very go-y with the flowy? Because that's you to a T.
It's how there's like the 3. There's the very basics of astrology is there's the 4 elements, there's the 4 types, air signs, water signs, earth, and fire. And then there's 3 personalities among each of those, because there's 3 of each, because that...
Oh, I didn't know that.
3 times 4 equals 12, the 12 months. So, out of the personalities, there are fixed personalities.
What does that mean?
Fixed is they have a set
like
personality. They aren't, it's not that they don't like change, but they believe something and it doesn't make them stubborn. I'm a fixed personality. I'm not a stubborn person. It's just if I believe something, I'm not going to argue with you if you don't see it that way. It's just, okay, I accept that we're not going to see eye to eye, that kind of thing. There's cardinal, which it can kind of ebb and flow, it can change. And then there's the other one.
The last, of course.
The other one. Air signs are known to be kind of flighty. Earth signs, very grounded. Fire signs, very passionate. And
Feisty.
Water signs, emotional. And
Spicy.
then out of those, the 3 personalities kind of judges the difference between each of them.
Today I learned
Nothing.
I learned that there's a fixed and a cardinal personality.
And there's something else. Because I don't
And
remember.
a mystery third one that is not remembered.
Don't remember. So they say earth and water signs are very compatible. And they say air signs and fire signs are very compatible. Because if you put water and fire together, that just isn't going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Same with earth and air, how they're just so completely different. One is down here and one's up here.
Long ago, the 4 nations were made. That's were made in
Until
peace. That's
the
what I was
Fire
thinking
Nation
about
attacked.
the entire time she was explaining this to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't be that weeb. Don't be that weeb.
No, you gotta be.
You gotta be that weeb.
What a good show. It's a good show.
That was my first thought, and my second thought was, I want to be a fire type Pokemon.
But you're earth type.
I am an earth type.
Yep.
Yeah, I got screwed because in the Chinese zodiac, I'm a pig.
Yeah, and I'm a tiger.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Hell yeah.
What sign is February in, which is April?
February, well, it's not what day in February, because I'm a February baby. I'm February 4th.
Okay. Chicken and Chicken's wife are Pisces cusp signs, both on opposite ends of the sign. That's interesting.
That's fun.
Why is your thumb not painted? That's a legitimate question.
Because it chipped
I'm
off.
cheating and using little alligator clippies, but I'm just priming so I can do it off over here while Peanut does.
Because my nail polish chips at work, and I just don't bother fixing it.
What's April?
April is Aries. Depending the day.
Depending on the day. Until the fire signs attacked with their self-righteousness and actually, I hate actuallys. I unironically can't stop myself from saying actually in a mocking way if someone says actually.
Oh yeah.
You were saying it earlier and I was like, oh, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, because my brain is, if I hear someone say actually, my brain is immediately like,
yeah.
Actually?
Actually?
Actually? Welcome back, Linux. Linux, what's your zodiac? Your brain is programmed by Vine. It is 100% programmed by Vine. I can't have normal conversations without doing Vine.
Yeah.
When I was playing Yakuza and someone pulls out a knife at me, I'm like, a knife! Oh no! Do you want me to prime the underside too? This side?
Yes, please.
Dang it. Alright.
You can do it loosely.
I gotta figure out the logistics of that one.
It's only because you'll
My
see
zodiac is, oh god, I'm gonna need more primer again soon. We should have bought 2 primers instead of 2 white and 2 black.
Yeah, do be true.
Because primer we're gonna go through pretty fast. So, Chicken is Pisces, Aries, cusp. And Chicken's wife is Aries, Pisces, cusp. Pisces, Aries, Aries, Pisces. Okay. I think it's Aries. Linux is an Aries.
Lots of Aries.
Lots of Aries. And you were saying water and ground types now. Signs get along.
Types? Yeah, because the thought is water types. Water.
I know, I can't.
Water
Video games
signs,
ruin my
Water
vocabulary.
signs are emotional, and earth types are stability. So they kind of, well, the whole image it's like true elements. You have a body of water, like the earth holds
yes,
that
I want to
body
be
of
Lake
water.
Superior.
Okay,
I need more primer.
great.
You're on the border, I see. I'm so confused. You all get 2 zodiacs?
Yeah, we're getting 2 of them?
All of them are also shifted by about a month because the stars have moved in the sky since astrology was made.
Yes, and they say that there's a 13th sign that nobody acknowledges now because they're like...
I did hear about that.
Yeah. So.
But I know nothing about astrology. Absolutely nothing.
Couldn't even tell you what it's called. I don't know.
The 13th sign. I'm a Sagittarius. Oh, chosen pun is a Sagittarius. Aren't Sagittarius just supposed to be like get along with everybody kind of people?
Yes and no. Adventuresses and scholars.
Damn.
How they've been.
Life path unlocked, Jesus.
Aquarius is always confused to be a water sign, but we're not. We're an air sign. We're known as the water bearers, and we're also known as
why would you name yourself after water if you're not water related? Come on there.
Because back in the day, it was more of like a... It was like you're bringing water to the people. You're bringing knowledge and information to the people.
See this water? It's gonna teach you math.
We're also like the oldest. We're like the old men. We're the old men of the astrology. And Aries and Pisces are babies.
I'm a bull.
Little baba. So you're like a toddler.
Nice. That's why we're so freaking stubborn. Stubborn. Secret boss 13 zodiac sign unlocked. I'm just a baby. See, Linux speaks in Vine too.
Yeah.
It's easy to converse with people who understand Vines because sometimes I'll say things and I'll be like, you've scared them off. You ruined it. They have no idea what you're saying. And then they Vine back and you're like, oh my god, best friends for life.
Whoa.
As you requested, my painting job for the backside of this isn't ideal.
Oh, that's fine. I do need to look up the...
I'm doing my best, but it's hard. It's
constellations. I want to do the Big Dipper. That one's easy. I can do that one.
That one we can see from the cottage, which always makes me happy.
You can see it anywhere.
Even happier.
But yes, the light pollution is a lot less up there.
I'm the last sign of the zodiac. Be well, my little builders. I gotta go make some TikTok posts. Chosen, what's your TikTok? Is it the chosen pun? Give me your TikTok before you leave. Give me your TikTok. Give me your TikTok now. Peanut needs ideas. Peanut's been slacking on uploaded TikToks.
I've been sick. Come on.
Actually, yeah, that's entirely fair. Look at me roasting a sick younger sister.
Yeah.
Maybe down. Whisper.
What?
Tick, tick. Maybe don't whisper tick, tick. It's like, maybe down. What does this mean? Is this new lingo that I don't understand? When I talk to one of my friends that's from the city, from Toronto, occasionally she'll say things that I don't understand, and I just feel like a boomer. Because there's Toronto slang that I don't get.
Is there really?
Yeah. But I don't remember it because I'm not hip with the kids. You're looking up constellations.
I wanted to see if sometimes there's like highlighted stars that are like special.
Brighter than the other ones?
Yeah, so they're bigger. But
better than the other ones?
Bigger than the other ones, not better.
You're all equal. You all shine beautifully.
This is true.
I'm so excited to see what this looks like when it's done. I'm doing my best to cover up all the red.
And your best is all we can hope for.
That's all you're getting. I am not a painter. I am a builder. I can't guarantee the quality of this prime job. But I can guarantee that there is primer on this model. You're getting a little timer. Beep beep.
But how happening a lot.
Yeah, it's been sleepy. Just gotta build that paint onto the model, if only.
Yeah, if you just think about it differently, there you go.
You could just spray paint the entire runner, and then when you clip it off, it's already painted.
Yeah.
So by the time you assemble the Gundam, you don't have to do anything.
That's true.
It's all done. That's the Giga Brain move.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it. It's a terrible idea. Chicken's like, maybe not. It sounds efficient.
Efficiency is key.
Efficiency is helpful. I forgot to paint the bottom of this thing. Oop. What could possibly go wrong? I've heard people talk about doing that, and it just not turning out well.
Yikes.
I guess, do people put them on like these little alligator clips and then spray paint them then?
Mm-hmm.
You cut them out first, and then you get rid of the nibs, and then spray paint?
Mm-hmm.
Or airbrush? Sorry, I'm using the two interchangeably, my bad.
That's fine. I kind of knew what you meant.
You could understand what I was trying to get at? Oh god, painting underneath this is yike. Yikers! I'm doing my best. I've had people talk about it, yeah. I feel like it would be something you could try and then learn from your mistakes and be like, thought this was a good idea, but maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been anything that we've done like that we've tried and been like, oh, that didn't turn out the way we wanted it to? Anything you can think of?
I think just my paint, but building, I think it's like pretty straightforward.
Alright, I really don't know about painting this thing. What do you guys think? This plasticky piece. This probably isn't going to paint out really well, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is going to look...
Yeah.
Alright, I fucked up, okay? It's my bad. That was me.
But you gotta do it.
I do gotta do it. Painting these rubber pieces are also going to be a little bit strange. I don't know about that one either. Do what you gotta do. I'll take these out. These little jetpacks, because I don't think those need to be painted. Take this off. Because I don't think that needs to be painted either. I'm gonna run out of alligator clips. Actually, some of these will probably dry before I need to get more alligator clippies. There we go. Beep, beep, beep. The primer does go by really fast, but I guess it's not often we paint an entire kit.
Yeah.
I hope he looks handsome by the end of it. Any specific constellations you're looking for?
What the heck is this one? I don't know. I'm gonna do it.
I don't know. It looks like an hourglass.
Kind of looks like a fish.
A fish?
Do you see it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you turn it sideways, it looks a little bit more like a fish.
Yeah. Gonna do it.
I don't know. I don't know enough astrology.
Well, there's constellations outside of well, I guess it still counts as astrology.
Isn't astrology just the study of the stars?
I guess.
That'd be my guess.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
I know I had a telescope at one point when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever used it for anything, but I had one.
Yeah, throwback.
One of those things where you try a little bit of everything when you're a kid to figure out what the heck you want to do when you're older.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so hard to figure out what you're going to do. I remember I had a phase where I wanted to be like our uncle. Mm-hmm. And I would walk around outside picking up rocks because he was a geologist.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, look at this rock.
Look at this big old
This
rock.
is a good rock.
That's a good rock right there.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm flinging stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
How's that going?
I'm catching them, so not overly bad. You're painting off of stream.
Sorry.
There you go. Now people can see what you're up to. Me just priming things. Nothing exciting. Cover in gray. Very good. I feel like I'm gonna hiccup again. Yuck. I can feel the I can feel them coming sometimes.
That was very anticlimactic.
It was a very quiet yuck.
It was.
A yuck. Well, I should have enough primed by the time you're done with the Spinatia that you can get going on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. That'll be handy. I'm glad I could help out a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. You require assistance? I got you. Again, I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but it will be primed.
Yeah.
It's just such a dark color, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully you can paint over it easy enough. Because that would really suck if you couldn't. Plus it's a middle of the weekday, Wednesday, chill Wednesday stream.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I forget how much I don't speak when I paint. I'm just concentrating. I talk my head off when I'm sitting there and just talking to chat. I forget how quiet I get.
Because you're focusing so hard.
I'm using all my little brain cells.
Your brain cells.
All my few brain cells.
Oh yeah, you're focusing hard. You're trying to do your best. That makes sense. Nice. Ba-ba-da-da. I'm trying! I'm adding colors. I keep thinking I'm gonna paint this cord that's in the way. Ah, four pieces primed. I almost kicked the desk, jeez. That would have been bad. Sorry, Loki. He's looking at me like I'm a weirdo. I guess I could put this over here more. Not really, because the cord's so short. Oh, goodness. I can order one on Amazon, probably.
What?
Like an extension cord for this cable.
Mm.
The one that's attached to the microphone. Because anytime I move it, it starts to be pissed at me.
Oh.
This thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could clean up the cords around here a little bit. Make it look a little bit nicer. Aside from adding stars to it, is there anything else you're planning to do the fencer?
A little bit. I'm still playing with the idea of using the black in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't fully decided.
Yeah. The stars look cute. You can see them really well on stream. Like, they show up really well.
Mm-hmm.
Against the purple, yeah. Very much so. Cute! She's turning into a Sailor Scout.
That's the plan.
Are you adding it to all of the purple pieces?
Not all of them, but main pieces that I want to be seen, yeah. I'm going to do a little bit on her chest piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave her shoulders blank for now. And then I want to do the Aquarius and Taurus on the
back?
wings. Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have steady hands. Something like that would be very difficult for me to do. Sleepy Wednesday, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Very sleepy. Taking it easy. Oh, what are you guys up to? Anything exciting? Are you guys building anything? I will do shoulder. Beep. Grab another alligator clip.
We have more, if you
Timer.
need more.
Alligator clips? Oh yeah, we have a bunch that weren't in here. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we'll see Ipo today. I've heard Ipo is very good at hand painting.
Did we post anywhere that we went live?
Nope.
Okay.
But every time we do go live, if people have notifications on, it would go to them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah. Usually by the time you end up getting here, we eat and then go live right away. We don't really have much time to prep.
Mm-hmm.
Part of our downfall. Vince is building an MG Sazabi. I haven't seen very many MG builds. I've probably seen pictures online of MG kits, but if I look at a picture on an Instagram feed, I don't know how to tell if the kit is HG or MG. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the accounts that I see kits and like, I can't read the description.
Yeah, true.
Because it's not in English. Trying to make it look like Reinhardt from Overwatch, the default skin, or what? Which
Sick.
Reinhardt skin? Because he's got a whole bunch.
That's a good idea.
And I think he got a bit of a facelift when Overwatch 2 came out as well.
Oh, did he?
All my kits on Instagram are MGs. You're too good for us, Vince. We haven't even tried. Oh, that's the white, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have your little paper towel-y?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. We haven't tried an MG kit yet. I'm curious to see, once we hit that level, how different the build feels from an HG.
People have said it's not that much of like it's not a difficult thing. It just takes a little bit longer because of the, well, this is for real grade, how it just has like that inner frame to build. Compared to
I think someone
HG.
was telling us RGs, yeah, the rares are similar to HGs.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what the MG difference would be. You spend more time on MGs. I like building, so spending more time on a build is something that I would be very happy to do. The price is definitely more expensive. Are the materials different as well? Are those the ones where you start to get metal pieces? Or is that like a perfect grade that you start to get metal pieces? Because that sounds intimidating and exciting. And my concern is, are my $15 nippers going to be able to make it through cutting metal nibs? Because I might need to upgrade my equipment at that point.
Yeah. It would be aluminum, wouldn't it?
I can't say for sure. I don't know. Oh, I'm getting cat hair in the build. I'm painting it in.
Oh.
Oops. Spicy. Main reason why I build MGs takes me at least 2 months to finish a project.
Dang.
Damn.
And how consistent are you with those builds? Is it like
once a week?
every other day or once a
Yeah.
week? Do you like
I wonder
go back
how long it would take us then. Because we build twice a week. We'll build or paint twice a week.
Yeah.
So that would give us a pretty good indicator of how long it'll take us to do a kit too.
Mm-hmm.
But they look really nice. The finished product is very pretty.
Yeah.
Especially the last project took 3 months. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to punch the microphone. Ah, I tapped it too. Jeez, sorry everybody's ears. I have my primer right underneath the microphone, which might not have been my smartest move. But it's where we're at currently.
Don't mind my I'll just scooch that.
Your phone.
It has the Aquarius
Constellation
on it.
I wonder when we'll finally get to an RG or an MG.
Probably once we're done our backlog.
We have like 8 kits in our backlog, yeah.
Probably once we're done there, I think we can move on to RG.
You remember the Wing Zero I posted? The one with the resin frozen lake diorama? I looked at all of your posts. So I met Vince in another stream.
Mm-hmm.
And Vince found our Instagram, so I followed back and started looking at all of the photos.
Mm-hmm.
The photos look so professional. They're so high grade, and then I go to our page and I'm like, there's a flat standing Zaku in front of a box.
With terrible lighting because it was the evening and I
kinda
forgot to
blurry.
take a picture and he's a little blurry. Yeah. But it's scuffed and that's what makes it special.
That tends to be our branding.
Yeah.
Which is not what we're actively trying to do.
No. It just
ends up that
manages
way.
to be that way.
Little Loki's finally fallen asleep. He's tuckered himself out.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy lad. Because I print those photos and hang on a frame. We could put photos up too. I barely have enough shelves for our builds. There's this one little shelf right here. Wait, who's missing? Oh, the Spinatia. I'm like, why is there a space? So for the Zaku, I'm going to have to crack up another shelf because I won't have space for him up on this one here. So I have a smaller square that I can put above that one. Eventually, we're going to need a bigger shelf.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be cool.
Be nice to have some more standing up on them up there.
Yeah, it'll be nice to just have something to put them all in. To see them, to display them, our hard work and our efforts. We haven't shown any of our family members what we build, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's our cousin. Our cousin supports us and keeps an eye on what we're up to. So that's really sweet of her. Bye, kitty. He's gonna go sleep underneath the table. Until someone redeems another cat treat. Then he's gonna mysteriously pop up again at just the right time. Be like, oh, treat? It's for me?
It's for me?
And then he'll come get it. I think I'm just about done this shoulder prime. I feel like the airbrush, you just get a much more even looking paint.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you slap on a bunch of paint, it covers up all the holes. I don't know. I am not a painter. I do not know. I guess when we start getting to like RGs, MGs, they're going to be a lot more intricate. I wonder how frequently people paint stuff like that, or if painting's more common at like the HG level. You know what I mean?
I've heard that a lot of people don't really paint them because they don't feel like they have to, because it comes pretty much perfect.
Looking good. I probably wouldn't paint like a perfect grade.
No.
So it's like a $400 kit.
Yeah. But some people still do if they get creative with it.
Yeah. Man, I'm hiccuping a lot today. I've only had 2 coffees.
I'm drinking bubbles and I'm not burping or hiccuping. So, there you have it.
Yeah, I have a broken throat. Which sounds strange, but it's true. I'm trying to get the doctor to scope me again.
Yeah, I heard.
I wanna see what's going on. It's been a long time since I've had it done. Oh, I got an allergy appointment!
An allergy appointment?
Yeah, when they like prick you with a bunch of needles and tell you what you're allergic to. I've never had it done before. So I'm kind of excited.
I wonder if you're still allergic to penicillin.
I'm also curious to see if I'm still allergic to penicillin.
Because allergies come and go, which is weird, but...
So the appointment I have is just for a consultation, and I have to bring up if I want to get tested for penicillin specifically. Which would be great to know, because that's something that's on, like, my medical records. If dying, please don't give penicillin.
Yeah.
But it's probably not, like, a deathly bad allergy, or I'd have one of those allergy bracelets.
You'd think.
You got a timer.
But also, if you don't know...
Yeah. I got tested as a baby, and that's when they told me I was allergic to penicillin. But if I go in for, like, surgeries and stuff, they're like, let's maybe not. Vins originally want the metal kits, but when you found out the price for those, I was like, F that, I'm gonna just build MGs and paint them. Yeah. That's essentially where we're at, too. We're definitely constricted by price at the moment. Especially because in addition to kits, we also need to buy equipment where we don't have all the equipment we want currently. For example, we don't have airbrushes yet, we don't have scribing tools yet. Since we stream, we like upgrading our setup here so we can show everyone what we're up to. Our streaming setup's come a long way, I think. We've probably put the most into our streaming setup so far, but that's because it was probably the most scuffed to start with.
It was needed. We could make do with everything else, but for quality, we had to. So that kind of took priority.
Yeah, even just so you guys could see what we were doing.
Yeah.
Our camera used to shut off.
Oh, the good old days.
The good old days. Our camera used to fall off, too.
Yep. It was tied up by a string.
To a curtain rod.
Good times.
Good times. Yeah. Sorry. I really do be struggling tonight. I got hiccups for days. Oh, I heard a paintbrush go away. How's she looking?
She looks super cute. Just taking a quick break.
You want to change the focus so everyone can see?
Nope.
You're not allowed. Her legs just floating above her head.
Yeah. It's space. It does that. Zero gravity.
Reminds Vince of when Vince started streaming. That's good to know. That gives us hope. That
we're not the only ones.
We're not alone.
You gotta start somewhere.
That's true.
If we waited until we had, like, the perfect everything, who knows when we would have started.
It would have been a while before we started doing stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Big Boy is back.
Background music has gone. Video paused. Oh, hi, big man.
Hi, mister. What's going on? You want your blanket? Hi. Hi.
Get your booty out of the camera. Thank you, sir. You almost sat on your drink. Yeah, I think streaming is a big motivator for us.
Some big purrs happening.
Because we like doing stuff with you guys around, because we're still amateurs, right? So we learn a lot from you guys. Everything we know has been taught to us by the community.
Yeah.
It's been so helpful. Because we're still new to the hobby. We're learning, we're growing, we're trying new things. Learning what works and what doesn't. It's been good. Kitty! That's Cotton. One of the things you can do with channel points is redeem cat treat. And we'll bring them onto cam and give the kitties a cat treat. So they eat good on Wednesdays and Sundays. They get lots of kitty treats. It does have a timer on it so that they don't get chonky donkey.
Hi.
5 Persian? Do you have pictures of your kitties? Peanut works in an animal hospital. So she's always sending pictures of pets that are being brought into the clinic. Oh, hi buddy. Where are you going? I don't want you to touch your tail to any of the painty stuff. Oh, does he want on my lap? Can you hold those for a second? Let me grab a... He's also a princess. He likes to lay on blankets. Look, he's already like, is that a blanket? What?
He's
buddy,
for me?
it's not done yet. Alright, come here. He's gotta walk back around. Everybody hold. Let me move this out of your way, honey. Come here. Come on. You gonna make some biscuits?
No, he make biscuits. Here, I'll put these here.
If you move the camera that way a little bit, you can see the kitty, the biscuits. Where are you going?
Ooh, big purrs.
Oh. You got my shirt. Hey. Where should I post it? Oh, hold on. I gotta take this off or else the cat's gonna get hit. In our Discord, if I go Discord, there we go. So in the Discord, we have a pets channel, and that's because I don't think you can post photos and things in Twitch chat. So we've been collecting pictures of everybody's pets.
Personally, my favorite section.
The only channel in the Discord that Peanut personally uses.
Yeah.
We saw Abyss's cats the other day. The very big kitties.
Yes. Love.
There you go, honey. You gonna lay down?
Hi, mister.
Here, if I move this. Oh, goodness. Can you make sure I'm not hitting anything? Hit stuff anyways. I can move that out of the way. Ooh. I want this not to cover the cat.
There you go.
Oh. There you go. So that you can be seen, you precious boy. Yeah. He loves blankets. He's a big princess.
That he is.
But it makes him happy. He won't sit on my lap if I don't have a blanket here.
Can you bring up the OBS?
Yep. There you go.
Thank you.
Good boy. Yeah, if I don't have a blanket on my lap, he's not interested. I was wearing a really big scarf today, and I still had it on when I sat down when I got home from work, and he was like, oh, neck blanket, and he came over and tried to lay on it, and I was like, bro, this is around my neck. He's like, blanket. Dang, this paint job is looking awesome from Linux.
Thanks, Linux.
Ooh. Oh, I wonder if I still have that filter on the Discord where you can't post anything until you've been in the Discord for like 10 minutes. Let me see. That might be under server settings. Safety setup? No. Auto mod? I don't know what setting that would be under. Rules, screening, safety, auto mod. I don't know where this would be. Bans? No bans? Alright, good job. We're doing well, community. I don't know. I do not know. I think it might exist. I don't know where. 'Cause I think one time someone joined and couldn't post a photo for us for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I remember.
Suspicious. I can't figure it out. I'm sure if I looked at it a little bit more closely, I'd be able to find it. Kitties!
Some little
Look
meow
at the
meows.
colors.
Oh.
I like the nose. I love that shape on the front of the face.
Looks like a weenie.
Look at the pink beans. Look at the pinkest of beans. Oh, this one's got a little eye patch.
Very precious.
Ooh. This one looks very royal to me. Very posh.
Yeah.
Very posh kitty.
That's nice.
All of the cats on the cat tree.
That's nice. That's what I would expect to see at like a cat cafe.
Yeah, it has a cat cafe vibe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
To have all of the kitties in the cat tree. Dang, that's an extravagant cat tree.
It is. That's the kind of cat tree you get when you have 5 cats.
Fair. Fair. I've only got the 2 for now. Are you falling down, sleepy boy? Okay, you can nap. You can take a nap. Hey, sweetie. You need sleep. Yeah. I like that one of the tiers in the cat tree is a see-through bucket, so you can see the cat booty. Like, you can see them all snuggled up. I love that. We actually plan to have someone do a cat platform around the house. I love those videos of cat platforms.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so good. The cat that's at the top of the cat tree, is that their spot? Do they need to be at the top of the cat tree? Because I find that with these two, they both love the top, and they will fight over who gets to sit on the top of the cat tree.
Yeah.
Because that is like the prime spot, you know what I'm saying? So you guys, and Cotton doesn't pick fights ever. He's a sweet boy. Do you want me to scoot down a little bit more for you, honey? He is a very sweet boy. So to see him fight for the top of the cat tree is hilarious. With access for them to go outside and look around. Little catio.
Love those.
I love catios. Are you asleep, honey?
I can hear him like heavy breathing over here. Yeah.
He's living his best life.
Very relaxed.
I think I need to pull the blanket up for him a little bit more, but he seems content. Hey, honey. I'm back. Welcome back to American Bully.
Ooh.
Is that an American Bulldog? Is that a bully? A bully a bulldog? Do the cats and the dogs get along? That would be my biggest concern if I were to get a dog, is how will they interact with the cats? Because Cotton is a scaredy cat. He's afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Pitbull. Yeah, why is Smiley like years away from the desk? Because there's a cat.
Because there do be a cat.
Kitty. Okay, what if I go like this? Is this better? But you know, you can't see cat. You can kind of see cat like that. I has cat. He has decided to come sit, so I moved back a little bit. No, they're good. They don't fight. Dang! I have seen videos of cats and dogs getting along really well.
Mm-hmm.
But even this guy, when we brought home Loki for the first time, he hated Loki for 3 months. He's like, why are you in my home?
Yeah.
And it was, Loki was a 3-month-old kitten at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Cotton was like, no, I don't want it, thank you. Take it back.
They say if you start them off at a young age together, that helps, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to do. It's not always possible.
Are you looking to go lay somewhere else, big lad? He made a move like he was ready to get up. He's my honey, my darling. Our cats show dog traits since they grew up with the dogs from the start. That's so cute.
Have you seen kittens who were raised with rabbits?
And they start bouncing, start jumping.
Yeah, they hop. It's very cute.
And Chicken wants to go home and cuddle the cats. The kitties. Oh yeah, I was painting something before I got distracted by Cat. Oh, I need more paint. Am I gonna be able to paint this with a cat on my lap? We shall see. She's looking very starry.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. It stands out a lot. Eh. Oh, this hardened up. Pardon me, ma'am. Just doing a little dab. Oh. Sorry, Cotton. I'll paint around you, buddy. I will give you a preference.
There.
Happy with her?
Mm-hmm.
Don't paint the cat. You want a paint job, buddy?
She was just missing something before. So, yeah, I'm happy with her.
Chicken's playing devil's advocate and says paint the cat.
Paint the cat, do it.
Are you comfortable there, young lad? Because you are severely in the way. Oh, he's on the move. I'm free.
Go to your blankie. Good man. Ah, there you go.
The other cat's laying on the floor. He prefers the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I forgot that I wanted to add a little bit white to the top of her shoes.
I'll give her a little bit.
To help it
Got
blend.
these. Sometimes I see cat hair like stick to stuff I'm painting and I'm like, oh god, please don't get like painted in.
Mm.
Oh, he's taking a little bath. But now that they're done running around, they're just sitting nice, sitting pretty.
Don't jinx it.
I know. Do you still think you're gonna go back in with the black now that you see what she looks like?
I did a little bit.
Did you?
Yep.
I was probably too focused on the cat. I wasn't watching.
It wasn't anything exciting.
It doesn't need to be exciting. Just something you're happy with.
Yeah.
This.
Can you go back to OBS?
Yep.
Sorry.
I'll be sorry. I was just staring at cat trees. Happy happy to put it back. When you first started painting her after we built her, is this kind of what you had envisioned for her? Is this looking more like what you wanted?
Yeah.
It looks very cool. I'm excited to see what the cherry blossom one looks like.
I'm really excited for that one.
Heck yeah, we gotta build her first.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm excited for that, because I'm gonna have a fun time building her. That'll be good.
I just like paints that are different. That aren't
good.
That aren't just painting.
Block painting?
Yeah, or like painting what was on the box, which is what I did for the first few, but that was practice. So this is what I was more excited for, and that is what I'm more excited for. The things that are different. I find it super exciting.
Yeah. Good to be happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
She has heels.
She do. Let me tell you, I was tempted to give her red bottoms. Louis Vuittons.
Red bottom
Some
heels.
red bottoms. Whew. Spicy.
Yeah, she's looking fly. Apple bottom jeans.
That's totally different, but okay.
I felt the inspiration and I ran with it.
Different song. Different song.
I don't know why that reminded me of movies, but are there any movies out that you're interested in?
No.
I took a week off for vacation next week and I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Did you go see that Santa movie?
No.
Oh.
No. Instead, I went grocery shopping.
Okay.
And picked up grocery store sushi and watched anime when I got home.
That sounds pretty good.
That's what I ended up doing. But movies are something that I haven't done in a long time. I think the last movie I went and saw was probably an anime movie.
With me?
And if it was an anime movie, yeah, it was probably with you. What would it have been? Either the Jujutsu Kaisen movie or the Boku no Hero Academia movie.
Yeah.
Nerd. Weeb. Better than gas station sushi. That is correct. I have yet to try gas station sushi.
I haven't seen gas station sushi. I don't know if...
But I've heard about it so frequently that I'm curious.
Really?
Like, would you not be curious to try gas station sushi?
No.
I'm not speaking of the quality, but like the mystique, the mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a thing of legend.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be done.
Okay.
You don't sound sold.
I'll just watch.
Next time we drive a long distance for a convention or something, I'll stop off at a
No, you won't. No, you will not. Look at the pose I have her in currently just to paint her toesies.
She looks like she's doing a JoJo Ree.
She is.
I am a weeb chicken. I watch lots and lots and lots of anime because I'm an introvert and spending time with other people makes me nervous. So I watch anime. I like watching normal people TV too. I just feel like the shows aren't as extravagant as you can get with anime.
They don't
You know?
hold my attention as long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say that, but I just binged like 4 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, but that's entertaining.
It is entertaining. I was watching Canadian Drag Race. Canada represent.
Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna hold this so I don't paint my fingies? Is a good question. I really liked the Witcher series. I would definitely watch more Witcher. I wonder if it's gonna get another season. I know it had a little anime prequel, which was pretty sick. I think it was on Netflix. But that was rad. Game of Thrones was pretty rad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm noticing a pattern that I like fantasy series.
Yeah, true.
Yes, queen! See, chicken gets it. Henry Cavill isn't a part of The Witcher anymore. Was that the main actor? Was that, our boy? I'm really bad with pop culture and celebrity names. like atrocious.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
But I don't keep up to date, so unless it's like...
I think that's what it is. I know Johnny Depp is an actor.
I know Jack Black.
I know Jack Black, yeah. Keanu Reeves.
I know the big names.
We can probably name 10 actors and actresses between the two of us.
Probably.
And that's where we get stuck.
Okay, now she's done.
Are you happy with her?
I did her feet.
You might need to change the focus a little bit, just to show everyone what you have done. There you go.
There you go. She's all done.